Sometimes I do make 3 posts per day and I feel like, whoa, I make too many posts. Especially when shit hits the fan. Because your skills of typing are not going to be as useful as potentially skills of lock and load and close with and destroy the enemy. So let's continue our discussion about the digital traps that exist out there. And when I rewatched my recent video called The Digital Trap, go check it out if you haven't seen it, I actually noticed that I did not mention the type of behavior that not only I have engaged in, but that I see to this day, not just in average people, but in highly successful individuals. And I wish somebody would have recorded a video like this, with this specific message that I got for all of you today, and showed it to me, or maybe even in my life approached me and said, hey bro, what are you doing? Stop it. You're in the digital trap. You're wasting your life away. Anyway, so what I see is this. Right now, actually just recently, that's what reminded me to record this video. Just recently I logged into one of the few social media platforms that I have, and I'm following this highly successful individual, and like him, I can right away even name 3 or 4 people easily who do exactly the same thing. And anyway, I logged in and I see a post from this fella. And this is a hardcore dude, by the way, with some tough background. But anyway, I see a post in the wall feed. And I kind of look at it and go do my own thing, do the post that I wanted to do about whatever I was swimming or whatever. Doesn't matter. And as I about to leave, I kind of click that button back, and then I see again another post from this guy. So I'm seeing I was there for like 5 minutes to put whatever I wanted out, and I already saw 2 posts within 5 minutes. I go on his page or his account or his wall where he posts everything, and then I see like every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, all right, maximum every 15 minutes, this individual is posting whatever, whether it's a news report or it's a meme or it's some sort of a picture, not of him, not of his work and life, but of whatever is triggering him to post his emotional frustrations in the form of political news that exists out there, and socio-political basically stuff. But it's every between 5 to 15 minutes, and I just kind of scroll down just to see the full scope of this behavior. And it's literally, it was yesterday, it was the day before, and then I remembered, like, he is in the digital trap. I've been there, and I've seen people do that, not just for a day or two or a week or two. I've seen people do that for years. Literally, at any time you log in to their account to see what they're up to, there will be posts there, and they will be updating literally within like 10 minutes, a new post, a new post, a new post. One person I think who wouldn't mind, and I could kind of name, is Jordan Peterson. Everybody knows him. Way back when I had the Twitter account, which I deleted, and I'm glad to do so, and you should too. But when I had it, I remember I was following him, and he was just bombarding post after post after post. It was just crazy. And so I remember then thinking to myself, Jordan Peterson, who knows the mind, who understands the psyche, and he is in the digital trap. I think he got out, he spoke about his addiction to social media, and hopefully things are well with him. but again, highly successful individual. And this is another fellow, and like them, I could name several others who do just that. Now, important point to point out here is this: there's a difference between promoting your brand, promoting your product, and promoting yourself, and just being in the digital trap and spewing out endless amount of information. And the difference is this: if you are actually promoting some sort of product, if you're putting out information that is directly relevant to your business or even to you as an individual, but it's clearly you are putting yourself out, what you are doing, what kind of actions you are taking in life, and that's connected to you, that's okay. And some people even hire professionals who put out those messages for them, but whether it's for them as individuals or for their brand. That's perfectly normal. That's essentially marketing and promotion. And then there's the other type. And you know it's the other type when they are speaking about subject, or they're posting about subjects that are, I shouldn't say politically incorrect, but they're provocative. They represent their emotional state. They're out of the norm, which is all right as subjects. I have no problem going, as you know, outside of the norms. But you know that the mainstream media is flooded with just things you can be enraged about 24/7, something socio-politically that's just infuriating. And when people are posting that minute after minute, literally hour after hour, day by day, year after year, you know that they're in a digital trap, because they're essentially not promoting themselves, but they are showing their emotions through these posts. Even if it's a headline with a news article, but the headline is provocative, you're showing your emotions. Like, look at that outrage. Look at this outrage. And doing that even occasionally, perfectly fine. What I'm pointing out is that if you're doing it minute by minute, that's crazy. I don't know where these people find time for that. And essentially what they become is almost like a news network. They're a news hub, or they're a news or some sort of info dissemination point that's disseminating all that information that they themselves accumulate. And obviously, as they accumulate, they wish to share. And the one unique characteristic that actually I noticed is that the smarter you are, the more likely you are to fall for this trap. Because smart people are naturally curious people. We accumulate and digest a lot of information. We're interested about things, and we wish to make things better. And obviously, as you are pulling towards yourself all this information from all of these angles and points and areas, you just get filled up with it, and you just want to spew it out into the world to share it with somebody. And so naturally people find social media platforms, they got their audience, and they feed that audience this information, not because it promotes their business, but it simply alleviates their psyche, because they have accumulated so much of it in their brain, they just need to get it out. So it's a vicious cycle. The social media provide the trap, you voluntarily get into it, then your audience picks up on it and begins to digest it and give you like partial feedback. Yeah, it's awesome, or how outrageous that is, so you feel like you're doing something. But in reality, like literally, it's scary. In reality, you have fallen for a very deadly trap, and it's eating away your lifetime. It's eating away your energy to do something productive in the real world. And you become that, literally it becomes like almost your job to disseminate information. Although if you're not getting paid for it, that's crazy. And above all, it eats up your time. Because when I look at it, it's amazing. That's my only question. I get you have fallen into the trap. I get what's infuriating you. But what I don't get is, where do you find the time to do it? But in truth, I do know. I do know because I've done it myself. I admit it. For a period of my life, I became that disseminator of the useless information, of the useless rage, of the useless frustration. And I was like posting this and that and typing various, not even sentences, but sometimes paragraphs and so forth. And I will further go. I will further go and admit that I've learned a ton from being this news hub, from being that person who sits there for hours and just spreads that information out into the world. I've learned how to make catchy headlines. I learned how to structure sentences better. I learned proper grammar and spelling. I learned how to make information sound interesting and provocative. So if you're in news business, or if you wish to join some sort of a propaganda organization, sure, maybe this type of behavior is for you. If you're not getting paid for it, don't do it. And I wish, for all the hours I've wasted, I wish somebody recorded a video like this as a wake-up call, just to say to me, like, what are you doing? Get off, you're in a digital trap. If you're making more than 3 posts per day, which is crazy for me, sometimes I do make 3 posts per day and I feel like, whoa, I make too many posts. But if you're making more, you're in a trap. So don't do it. Get out of the digital trap. Don't be that information hub unless you're getting paid for it. And get out there in the real world. Take all this time. Imagine all the time you spent posting this pointless info. Imagine accumulated time that you wasted and directing that time to starting a new business, to learning a new skill. Hell, just going into a gym or outside and working out and getting stronger and fitter, so you are actually an asset to all the right-minded people all over the world, especially when shit hits the fan. Because your skills of typing are not going to be as useful as potentially skills of lock and load and close with and destroy the enemy. So understand, notice this in yourself, do some self-analysis, and see what you're wasting your time on if you're especially locked into this digital trap right now. If you are, this is your wake-up call. I'm telling you, could do a slap, but it's not gonna work through the whole digital screen. But oh well, wake up, people. At least those of you who are caught in the trap. If you're not, but you know somebody, send them this video. Hopefully it will wake them up. Wake up and get after the real magnificent, awesome life. That's it. I gotta go. Stay tuned for the next awesome, real, amazing videos. Rock on.